Hola, hi. Another beginning of a week. Here it is already dark and Monday is nearly over. I have been thinking a little bit about patience and trust. Because most of us, embark on a journey or on a goal. There are certain things we want to accomplish, certain things we want to do. Maybe some of us are already taking stock of 2024 and starting to look at what our goals were and whether we met them. I personally, to be honest, have a beef with goals or even the word, because it kind of, I don't know, it never really worked for me, setting, or maybe I'm really not good at setting appropriate goals, that are kind of workable or that I'm in control of. But for me, most of the time when I've been very definite on a certain goal and then it didn't pan out and then it was completely frustrating. And I've been thinking about whether there are maybe some people that are just not made for goals. But when you look around and then read articles, apparently if you don't have goals, it's not a good idea either. I don't know. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Like when I look back, for me, the things where I didn't have too much of a goal, but maybe more of a vague intention, worked much better. I didn't get so hung up on results, and that's, I guess, to tie it back to the patience and the trust. The more I get hung up on where I'm supposed to be going, and I'm hung up on the result, on the end, on the end game, the less fun it is for me most of the time, and the more pressure it gets, and it's as if it doesn't matter anymore how you get there. The main thing is you get there as fast as possible. Take the motorway, isn't it? And just no matter how much traffic is on there and stuff like this and how much stressful it is, just get there fast. Isn't that like a little bit what our society has come to, that everything is about results, numbers, statistics, and but when you're a creative soul, that can be counterproductive, I think, because when I think about this, true creativity comes from being in the process. Doesn't mean that we don't want to have an end piece, whatever we are creating, but the joy is in the creating, for God's sake. The joy is in trying this out and trying that out and being caught in the process. That's where I always have had the most fun, the developing of a show and not knowing how it pans out and going in all these different directions. And that always, or whatever it was, that was always much more interesting to me than the end product. That's where the excitement was, because you didn't know what kind of challenges were ahead or how it would turn out. But unfortunately, it's a whole different thing to apply that to other areas in life. For example, like trying to improve, for example, health or something like that. I'm not finding the process very funny, to be honest, as an example. But this is exactly probably where it would be very good to be more curious and to see, oh, maybe this takes me here and there, and just because once you're in the process, you are actually more trusting in some way because you're not so anxious about the result. It's like a paradox, isn't it? Because obviously we are walking towards something. We are on a journey. We need to have an idea where we want to end up. But if it's all just about that end point, it's all pressure. It's all, I don't know, there's, we miss out. I think we miss out. And I fear that a lot of us could do with slowing things down, and instead of trying to find new information, more information, I get hung up into this. What else could I be doing? What else? What else? What else? Instead of kind of slowing things down, trusting in what we are doing already, and being more in the process. And not buying so much into that narrative of having to be really so fast-paced with everything we do, and the narrative of that the result is everything that counts. It's a lie, you know. Maybe we just don't have always so much control about the result, but how we are doing the journey. And whether we actually look to the right, to the left, and see what's happening, and bring a little bit joy to the journey itself, that we do have control over. So I hope you find some nuggets in there, and I would love to hear from you whether you get hung up on, you know, just getting to the end game, or just wanting to have that specific result, or whether you can lean back, relax, and trust the journey and do it slowly, like a snail, my favorite example. This is Anja. Join me on the journey from hiding to thriving as an artist. Take good care. Bye-bye.